A quantum computer is a type of computer built on the principles of quantum physics. Quantum computers work very differently from normal computers and can do some kinds of calculations much faster, but they can also be hard to understand. In this video, we'll give you a basic idea of how quantum computers work and what we can do with them. We've all used computers before, but do we all actually know how they work? Computers can do a whole bunch of things at speeds much quicker than you and I, but when it comes down to it, they are pretty simple to understand. Computers are made up of storage, memory, and a processor. When you click on a photo on your desktop, which is stored in the hard drive or storage, it is moved into the memory or RAM. Then the processor handles the conversion between that raw data the photo is stored as and the image that you can see on your screen. This image needs to be stored in a way that the computer can understand. This is by a long list of ones and zeros referred to as binary. The focus here is that there are two states for each unit of memory or bit, and the states are either a 1 or a 0. This is a basic overview of how conventional computers work. The difference with quantum computers lies within the ones and the zeros. Where in conventional computing this is an either-or situation, it's not so simple in quantum computing. Each bit operation must use a minimum amount of energy to turn the signal on for 1 and off for 0. Quantum computing brings a new approach to computing. What if we could use the energy values between the 0 and 1 commands to perform smaller calculations? These values are called qubits. In a quantum computer, qubits can be either 1, 0, or some level of energy between the two. For example, it might have a 75% chance of being a 1 and a 25% chance of being a 0. So while doing calculations, we can imagine it to be here. Since each qubit can have multiple values, we can do the simpler calculations at lower energy levels than we can currently do. The cost is that the answer will only probably be right. For example, if Panda has to find the answer of maybe 1 plus maybe 2, the quantum panda can quickly tell us that it's maybe 3. But if we want a definite answer, the quantum panda will have to take time to be sure. So we can choose to be more certain of our answer, but then our calculations will take more time. In the future, quantum computing will have a lot of uses. First, it will have a big impact on healthcare. It will be able to analyze lots of data very quickly, which will revolutionize how we solve problems. It will help us develop better drugs, analyze DNA, and study the building blocks of proteins. It will also help us make discoveries beyond our own planet. We get large amounts of data and pictures from our telescopes, and these computers can help us find new galaxies and stars. They will also be able to help tell us if a planet could have life on it. They can also help make self-driving cars a part of our everyday lives. They will be able to analyze the car's surroundings faster than humans can, which can make self-driving cars safer than the cars we have today. Quantum computing can be impactful, but at the same time, its issues are still being worked out. Currently, some challenges include the need to keep the computer isolated. Quantum computers are incredibly delicate because the particles inside are so small. Any contact with something outside the computer can cause the computer to make a mistake. The term quantum computing was coined over 30 years ago, but only within the last decade have we been able to start physically expressing its components in machines. There has yet to be a fully functioning quantum computer developed, but Bill Gates hopes to see one in the next 6 to 10 years assisting in cloud computing. From breaking down our genetic makeup to making further advances in self-driving cars, quantum computing will undoubtedly make a massive impact on our society, and the mastering of this technology could lead to incredible changes in our way of life.
Created using Powtoon.